Whether it's your first apartment in the city, a trendy suburban townhouse, or that dream family home on a golf estate, there's a home for everyone on private property.
Apply for your home loan with the bank awarded Best Home Loans Product in Africa. Make things happen. Nedbank.
Welcome to Winner Home, the Design Edition, brought to you by Private Property in proud association with Nedbank, with Zimkita taking her place as the newest team champion. We're down to only 5 contestants. In this week's Room Challenge, our contestants cook up some creative culinary designs.
Previously on Winner Home, our aspiring designers decorated their bathrooms, and the members of BluPrint and Bespoke were given the individual challenge of creating a custom fragrance item. The latter was won by Zimkita and Roselt, who were awarded immunity. Team Details champion Jacqueline won the main bathroom challenge, and Bespoke came in last, so Zimkita could stay, but Renata had to go. Now Zimkita is Bespoke's team champion, so she and Jacqueline are in the top 3, but who will join them from Team BluPrint remains to be seen. Now the remaining contestants, all fighting for the prize of 100,000 Rand, are Jacqueline from Detail, Wanga, Rochelle and Safiso from BluPrint, and Zimkita from Bespoke. But when all is said and done, there can only be one winner.
Hello, top 5. So nice to see you guys. Wow, there's just a handful of you. You're almost at the 100,000 Rand. Can you taste it yet? Speaking of which, this week's room is my personal favorite. It's all about delicious tastes, enticing smells, and of course, food. I'm sure you know it by now. This week's room challenge is the kitchen.
I'm from Durban, so I love my curries, I love my scents, and I love this smell, so I'm happy I can actually do something that's got to do with food.
You will have 25,000 Rand to design and decorate a beautiful, and more importantly, functional kitchen that seamlessly blends in with your lounge and dining space. Jackie, as last week's winner, you will have an extra 5,000 Rand. Team champions, you may now leave the studio and begin with your challenge. Team BluPrint, please stay behind. Team BluPrint, you guys have done incredibly well to make it this far as 3. But Winner Home is looking for a team champion. In addition to completing your kitchen as a team, you will also have a head-to-head design-based contest. The winner will be safe from elimination, and one of the other 2 will be going home.
Working together and against each other is very weird.
We've been going with the hashtag bold. Now we have to go with bolder.
Everybody now wants to win.
Each of you will prepare a pitch for a kitchen. Not the one in your unit, but for a client. An upmarket family of 4. You will have to create a mood board, a theme, prepare a layout and a budget breakdown, and pitch your kitchens to our judges, and they will decide your fate. Good luck, Team BluPrint. Your challenge starts now.
BluPrint's individual challenge is separate to their main kitchen challenge, so this means they'll be working on 2 kitchens, decorating the one in their villa and conceptualizing another. As for our team champions, they only have one to worry about, and Details Jacqueline has big ideas.
Welcome to Designing with Jackie. So we're gonna redesign this kitchen.
It's all new to me. I am extremely nervous. I've got an existing kitchen. That's what's scary. And I have to make it work in terms of my design.
So the idea is to clad either sides of this island and add a bulkhead that basically mirrors the island.
I'm gonna spend my money on the wow factor, on something that will have someone going, wow, that's interesting.
And maybe a planter over here. That's just an idea with some herbs in it.
Each of the 3 kitchens are identical blank canvases. The white cupboards only look blue as they're covered in protective plastic. So how is Zimkita going to give hers a personal touch?
Yay! Thank you, LG, for this wonderful fridge. Now that wall over there is done, that's half my challenge. Okay, not really. But what I want to do in this kitchen, I want to bring in that Cuba feeling into the kitchen, the warmth, dining with family, having meals outside, you know, having fun, and actually wanting to cook and be in the kitchen. And then I'd love to add a rustic backsplash over here. And my piece de resistance is going to be dramatic lights. And I want a line of lights, not a cluster. I love cooking, I love being in the kitchen, so who knows, this challenge might be the best yet.
As for Team BluPrint, they've got 3 cooks in their kitchen, so let's hope that doesn't spoil their broth.
My first impression of the kitchen is it needs something. It screams, do something with me. It's just bland.
We really need to connect the 3 spaces together so that you don't get a disconnection within the spaces, which could be our timber or cladding, and just have some copper running in there. I was also thinking we should clad in the front.
I was also thinking that. I'm just thinking maybe another
There's room
cupboard.
to do something amazing here.
Yeah.
We usually do more designing and a little bit of decor. So I think now we'll do more decor with some designing, like more of a balance.
Our concept, seaside hues, everything flows.
But bold still.
Bold,
Hashtag
yeah.
bold.
BluPrint is the
But
winning
as much
team.
as we're still competing against each other, we have to bring it on.
Go, yeah.
With 100,000 Rand on the line for our winning designer, our contestants aren't leaving anything to chance. So they're planning, researching, and of course, meeting with their mentors.
Bespoke's mentor, designer Ntokozo Ntuli wants Simkita to make a bold move in a bid to make her kitchen stand out.
So what you're going to do for the island?
I was actually thinking of putting a vinyl sticker all the way around the island, just to also give it a bit of interest, so the focus is not just on the wall.
What I want you to consider is that because it's an island counter, make it look like a bespoke art feature that's wrapping around it.
Well, with my partner in crime gone, now Ntokozo's become my soundboard for almost everything, and she's been very helpful.
Also flying solo, Details team champion Jacqueline meets her mentor, designer Shanae Anderson, at the shops for some advice.
So my bulkhead is going to be amazing. So the idea is to actually draw your eye from the island all the way up through to the wall and to the ceiling. So that will all be cladding.
Yes, that'll work.
Yeah.
Okay, what are you doing this seating area with?
That would be Caesar stone.
That might blow your budget.
How much do you think that would cost?
About 15 or 16,000.
She really reminded me of the fact that I don't have much time. I need to think about my budget.
I wouldn't change anything that is there. Use what you've got and make it look fantastic. And remember that your kitchen is the heart of your home, so keep it functional and clean and just gorgeous.
BluPrints are also meeting their mentor, Grant Webster.
I reckon you should use one tile, okay, and tile everything. Then you want to just tile on top of that splashback and tile the whole thing. When you come to this area here, the windows, if you can get for the right price a mosaic, glass mosaic or something, and do that in the sill. See how that just will pull that up. That's all I do. I wouldn't want to go too much more on that. Don't leave gaps. Butt join it because you want to obviously stop dirt getting into your grouting lines.
Be sure you enter our incredible competition before the 1st of November to stand in line to win amazing prizes. There are 2 different ways to enter. The first is to simply vote online for your favorite team at winnerhome.tv, and you'll be entered into our grand prize draw where you could win one of 3 fantastic prizes. The third prize is 50,000 Rands worth of LG products so you can furnish your home with cutting-edge appliances. The second is the all-new Mercedes-Benz GLC 300, the latest addition to their luxurious German-engineered lineup. As for the first prize, it's a 2-bedroom home at Ilala Views in Durban, set within the prestigious Umhlanga Ridge area and enjoying truly magnificent views. The second way to enter into the grand prize draw is to enter our weekly bonus competitions via SMS. Our bonus prize this week is kitchenware to the retail value of 5,000 Rand. To enter, SMS the keyword kitchen to 33728. That's kitchen to 33728. SMSs cost R1.50. Entries for our SMS competition close at midnight on Monday, the 19th of October. And T's and C's can be found on winnerhome.tv. Remember, voting online as well as each SMS to enter our bonus competitions puts you in line to be one of the 3 winners of our 3 grand prizes. When we return, our contestants find themselves learning more about design from an unexpected source, and Zamkita's tiling tests her patience.
Plascon, the paint with up to 15 years quality guarantee.
Welcome back to Winner Home, the Design Edition, brought to you by Private Property in proud association with Nedbank.
Thank you so much. Oh, it looks amazing. Before any building begins, our contestants are being taken for a kitchen masterclass with the culinary queen of KZN, Jackie Cameron.
One of South Africa's most celebrated chefs, Jackie Cameron, calls the spectacular KwaZulu-Natal Midlands her home. The author of an award-winning cookbook, she was head chef at the prestigious boutique hotel Hartford House before opening her culinary school in Hilton.
I grew up in the kitchen. My grandfather had his own butchery, and my grandmothers both really loved cooking. So after school, it was a natural progression that I went to chefing school and then moved on to Hartford House, which I was really only meant to be there for 1 year. I left there after 11 and a half, 12 years to open up my own school, which is Jackie Cameron School of Food and Wine.
Hello, contestants. Welcome to the Jackie Cameron School of Food and Wine. And this is Jackie Cameron, the owner.
Hello.
Also, your guest judge this week.
Chef, being a judge. Okay, that's gonna be something else. We'll see. I don't know.
I reckon having a chef as one of the judges this week is very interesting.
Welcome, lovely to have you all here. Should we get straight into the kitchen? Yes. Let's get started. Come with me. I've never judged a kitchen design before, but I've spent the last 15 years pretty much so in kitchens. So I think I know a thing or two about it. So I am going to be pretty strict.
Jackie runs her kitchen like a well-oiled machine, so functionality is important to her and something she hopes to impress upon the contestants.
Welcome to my kitchen. What I'm going to be taking you through is a few hints and tips. And this is hugely about workflow. I remember learning about this many years ago. There's a workflow triangle. So it's a 1 meter by 1 meter by 1 meter space. And that's a space from your stove to your fridge, freezer, and to your sink. So really, when you think about it, you don't really have to have a huge kitchen to make it work. And also, you've got to think about lighting. Because if you're going to be chopping an onion and you have bad lighting, you might mistake the onion with your finger.
She knows a lot about design, and I was really and truly impressed with the amount of information she gave us.
In this day and age, cooking utensils are pretty beautiful. You're wanting them close at hand. It just makes life so much easier. You don't want to be wasting time. The golden rule of a kitchen is kitchen hygiene and clean as you go. So pretty much so when you're looking at any surface, you're wanting to be able to clean it as easy as possible. You want splashbacks, as you can see on most of the surfaces that we have here.
Jackie's masterclass was very interesting, especially that she's a professional chef and just looking at the kitchen from her point of view. Things that we take for granted in terms of hygiene and placing of kitchen utensils, for example.
Workflow is truly a full circle. Does anyone have any questions?
Jackie, I'd like to know, in terms of window treatments in a kitchen, what works best?
Well, definitely not curtains, because a kitchen, you can have frying, you can have pan searing, there's a lot of smoke, so you don't want to have to be pulling down your curtains. And also in a kitchen, I want to have as much light as possible. Why waste it? And so I always say just leave your windows plain, get as much light in as possible.
I learned quite a lot. What a chef knows is important. I don't really think about, or we don't really think about, so it was very helpful.
I feel everything has its space in the kitchen. Things like sharp knives, cutters, whisks. But actually, you need a really good clock. Everything in cooking and baking is about timing. And on that note, speaking about time, that's all the time I have for you at the moment. I hope you've learned something, and I can't wait to see your kitchens and how you design them.
Kitchen tips noted. BluPrint head to the shops in search of the perfect tiles.
We decided on this beautiful Moyo, Pierre, Gray.
Moyo.
Yeah.
Moyo. No, Wanga. Like, where in this tile do you see unit 7? Where?
They're everywhere. Because the grey undertone, we've used aluminium.
Look at this tile. It's got like nice browns of our cladding. The movement looks like the ocean. Like,
wait.
Look at that. All right, that's simple. Rochelle, please come, ma. Zos, you wait. Zos. No, Zos.
Hey, hold on.
Yes, wait. Rochelle.
Between the two.
Which one? Be honest. Don't look at Wanga. Don't look at me. Look at the tiles.
This one is not like the obvious choice because it's different.
Okay.
So we go with this one?
That's what I said.
Okay, cool. We go with this one then.
I thought I had the deciding vote, but it looks like Wanga had the swing vote.
I always win, baby. I always win.
While Team BluPrint might feel like their kitchen's coming together, Bespoke's shopping experience has left Zimkita feeling despondent, especially with regards to her budget.
I'm done. Everything in the shop is either too expensive or doesn't go in my kitchen. I'm out of ideas. I'm done. Oh, I've got it. The lights are going to be pendants, going to be 6 pendants, and I'm going to wire the cord through copper, and then I'm going to layer them in different heights and have different size bulbs as well. This is exactly the effect I'm looking for. I love the bulb and then the narrow steel running through. Hopefully it'll work well, but this one is too expensive and too dramatic. The hunt continues.
I found this really cool, amazing bar stool. Check it out. So the reason why I love this bar stool so much is because it's in its true form. So it's actually iron. And here's some amazing examples of what I'll be using. Here's a slate. Doesn't it look amazing with the glass? I mean, contrast, as Shanae always says. And there's this great saucer, which is made from bamboo, so going back to organic. Last but not least, this fantastic marble platter. I'm extremely excited about my accessories. I think they're gonna look great in my space. They have that wow factor. But Shanae said no clutter, no clutter, no clutter. I need to be careful.
While Jacqueline strives to keep things simple, Zimkita's tile situation is a little more complicated.
The problem is we have time constraints on our side, where it takes a working week to come in.
Working week? I only have 1.5 days to do my kitchen. Oh, the drama with my tiles. Will you be able to apply this tile in a day?
Not a day. Maybe 2 days, because this is an octagon shape.
No, I don't have 2 days.
So we're looking at time consuming here. That's your labor factor.
Yeah.
In this moment, you know, I know what it feels like now when you snap right before a nervous breakdown.
I have an alternative for you.
Oh, okay. Yes, of course. This is why I come to you. At first, I'm just annoyed that I have to compromise because then I'm going to have to change around a lot of things.
This is your ideal tile.
This is my bathroom tile. I like my plan B because it's a trickle of our bathroom into the kitchen.
The trend is one floor, uniform. You've got a flowing effect. That's what you want to create.
I'm back. Calvin, so will you be able to do this? Cut these perfectly straight so I can have my own mosaic.
Yeah, possibly I can make it, but the only thing that I'm doubting with is that cutting it straight, and sometimes you make it a little bit skew.
My tiler's negativity is killing me. It's exhausting. I just want to hear, I can. Yes, I will. For you.
We can do it, but
yay! Yes. No, but
yes.
Yay.
Only 2 days. Okay, I'll
so we
do
sorted.
Let's do it.
Yeah, perfect.
Let's do it, Calvin.
Meanwhile, back at Jacqueline's villa, her carpenters are already hard at work.
So we're busy with our cladding, busy trying to see where we're gonna put the bulkhead. Rion, do you think we're gonna finish on time?
I don't know, Jackie. There's a lot of work to get done in the short time that we have. You have to work through the night, then I guess that's what we have to do.
Yeah, no, that's exactly what we have to do.
While timing is a real concern, sizing is another.
I don't know if it's all gonna work out in terms of measurements because I've just given them dimensions and I've given them the design and how I want it to look. So I'm really nervous in terms of the installation. Does everything fit? Now they have to work around the shelves as well.
Jacqueline's room isn't the only one being worked on. Some Kita's suppliers are on site too, applying her transfer and laying her tiles. Well, she hopes so anyway.
While I'm not in my room, I am hoping that the tiler's actually doing some tiling.
It would seem as though things are slowly cooking in Kita's kitchen. As for Team BluPrint, their tiling is coming along too.
So basically, you get the rustic tile. So it's still going with our elements of seaside hues, and we're gonna clad that whole kitchen up with that tile. So you get that rich, earthy feel with that wavy like ocean feel coming through within the soul of the house, which is the kitchen.
Wanga actually thought the tiles were for the floor.
Now, honestly, I don't know. I didn't know they were gonna go on the wall, but they're working on.
Something that could work out for you is if you enter our competition to win a 2-bedroom apartment in Durban, or a luxury car, or 50,000 rands worth of appliances by either entering online at winnerhome.tv or by entering our weekly SMS competitions where you can win bonus prizes too. Welcome back to Winner Home, the Design Edition, brought to you by Private Property in proud association with Nedbank.
As a designer, you need to be able to sell yourself and your work. So in addition to their kitchen, Team BluPrint are hard at work preparing their individual challenge to ensure safety from elimination. They will have to prepare a full pitch of a fictional kitchen worth 100,000 rand and also a verbal presentation for a client. The judges.
For the kitchen layout of her individual challenge, Rochelle knows what she wants. So she's decided to visit Uresa Naika of the Kitchen Studio, a 3D rendering firm, to help bring her concept to life.
So my theme is sophisticated minimalist, and my concept is for the whole family to be apart. So the children can be in the kitchen, do their homework while mommy's cooking, and just have it very functional and child-friendly.
If you're using granite, if you're using parts of 20 mils, it'll be 560.
Well, I'm going to put these there.
Yeah, you can do that.
Working as a team together and against each other is very weird. I started focusing only on my individual. It was like, I don't even think or care about the kitchen. But then again, I realized if I do go through, I'm going to be the one that needs to fix it. It's more stressful than doing the actual kitchen. That looks great. Thank you very much. We're getting somewhere. Thank you.
Wanga's decided to use mild steel as a focus material for his individual challenge pitch. He's designed a kitchen countertop and stools in mild carbon steel with matching cutout design detail.
The top base of that is actually marble or granite for that matter. So this is an extended part of the whole island. The effect that I'm trying to create is coming up with something that no one has done before, except for the industrial kitchens. And this one, if you have kids and you want them to sit nicely on top of your island because it's quite high.
So that one's lower down.
Yeah, that one's lower down so that kids can be able to sit.
And then all those triangular cutouts, you want those laser cuts into the steel.
Yeah.
The material thickness that you want to use?
Oh, okay. I was thinking of going with 10 millimeters.
Yeah, 10 millimeters would be very heavy. I would recommend going for 6 mil.
Okay, cool. This is the 6 millimeters.
That's right.
Okay, lovely stuff. No, I think this could work then. So I hope I come right with the judges. Away.
Yo, guys, I'm in Pinetown at the shop fitting factory, and I'm trying to get some inspiration for my cupboards for my solo challenge, and it looks like I might just find what I need here, so let me be at it. I'm using a very earthy concept, so I had to get a whole lot of timber, but I wanted to be in a space that's got a lot of timber to actually get the feel of timber. This is actually white and brown key art, and it just looks so beautiful. I love this. And it turns out I found my winning timber. I think this is what I've been looking for. This is my winning machine. I think I found my wood. Basically, the whole concept is using nature and combining it with modern day technology. I found this amazing timber, which is called key art, and I'm going to use this guy with white melamine so you get the contrast of that calmness of white coming through with nature. I can't wait to show the judges this tomorrow because this could be the kitchen that pushes me through.
Well, time's almost up, so let's hold thumbs.
It's the final day of the kitchen challenge, and the big question is, will the kitchens be done or well done?
Well, I like my kitchens medium rare.
It's the final day and I have to do everything.
but with a large team of helping hands, Jackie.
The bulkhead is looking amazing, the cladding's looking amazing, but the room doesn't look like a kitchen yet.
But it's definitely getting there thanks to her decor and fabulous looking appliances. And at least Jacqueline's not sitting in the position that Safiso's in.
Jackie?
Don't come in.
Dude, I need your help. We've got the stone that we need to cut, Gale, and we need something to cut with. Can you help us out?
Well, here's the tool. Safiso needs some help, and I can help him, but it's gonna cost him a hell of a lot of money.
How much are we talking?
1,000. It's the last day. I mean, does he have a choice? No, he doesn't.
Please, Jack, 7.6, please, ma, please.
Let's make some money. I'm not going any lower than 8. Take it or leave it.
Hustle, dude.
Going once?
Okay, Jack, okay.
Don't come in, don't come in.
Okay, 800 it is.
Yes, 800 it is. I'll send the guys through. 800. Safiso.
Sharp.
Deadline.
Okay.
Should be happy I'm even helping you, man.
Oh, come on.
Get out.
Okay, bring them out. Bring them now then.
Back in the bespoke kitchen, team champion Zimkita is thrilled to finally get to unveil the pièce de résistance appliance.
Finally, this day has come. I've been waiting to open up this fridge. Yeah! I'm nervous because there's like so much pressure on me to, make this happen and make it work and finish. I'm getting my scissors, I'm going in. I'll see you just now.
While Zimkita gets stuck in, Kanya learns more.
In addition to 25,000 Rand, LG is providing our contestants with top-of-the-range technology to kit out their kitchens.
LG's innovative new door-in-door fridge features a unique space-maximizing design.
Oh, wow, that's cool. Door-in-door technology.
Exactly.
What does this feature actually offer?
Well, it gives you easy access to the goods you use most often, and there's less cold air loss, which means you save energy.
With you opening 2 doors, does the food stay as fresh?
We have something called a hygiene fresh filter in the fridge. It goes through a 4-stage filtration system, which removes dust, bacteria, fungi, and deodorizes the fridge.
Well, this fridge sounds fresh.
Sure, but wait until you see the dishwasher.
Kanya, with LG, dishes are simple. This machine uses steam, so there's no need to pre-wash your dishes, and it only uses 9 liters of water for a full wash.
And now for the ultimate in microwave technology, the Solar Dome.
Production, what is the Solar Dome?
Well, the Solar Dome is actually a light wave convection oven that has something called a charcoal lighting heater in it, which means that your food stays crispy on the outside and juicy on the inside.
What it actually means is the contestants are going to be making me dinner. I can't wait for them to finish their kitchens.
Last few hours left and my room is a mug. It's just like empty, it's just bare.
While Zimkita races to finish, Team BluPrint are running seriously behind schedule.
Our tile is a perfectionist, so everything looks clean, so that's why, but it will be dry, because grouting takes a minute to dry, so we're going to be on point.
I have to put this sleeve on my shelf. We still have a lot to do. Finishing touches, fruit in the bowls, still grouting, it's just chaos.
BluPrint Kitchen, I have not been so active with it.
I think Wanga is working on his solo.
You can tell the state where it's at, that it's not where it's supposed to be.
Basically, this is the Solar Dome. Rochelle, where's this guy going? Cool.
I honestly don't know if we will win this week. Some of the times we've won, I was surprised. So we'll see what happens. We're not finished, like always. Surprise, surprise.
As the teams frantically rush to finish, BluPrint touches up with a fresh coat of Plascon Velveglow water-based paint in their favorite color, Revenge. A foreshadow of what's to come, perhaps?
There's 10 more minutes left, and I'm just trying to do the finishing touches. I thought it would be a good idea to use food so I can have the pop of color. So let's hope the judges love this. The only problem is this isn't looking so great. So let's try and work on that more.
If you, like our contestants, are into home improvements and decor, then we have a competition just for you. If you apply for a Nedbank home loan today, you could stand a chance to win 100,000 Rands worth of home decor to help turn your new house into a dream home. Go to winnerhome.tv for more information. Let Nedbank help you make the things that really matter happen. When we return, our judges finally get to view each room, as well as BluPrint's kitchen concepts for their individual challenge. And the stakes are high. Immunity from elimination for the winner.
Own LG's designer range for your home, now available at Dion Wired.
Welcome back to Winner Home, the Design Edition, brought to you by Private Property in proud association with Nedbank.
You know the drill. Time is up. The judges arrive in style.
This week's judging panel consists of Plascon's colour expert Anne Roselt, Private Property CEO Simon Bray, and renowned chef Jackie Cameron. Are our contestants' kitchens going to leave them wanting a second serving?
The outcome for our kitchen is actually better than my expectation. I thought that we're not going to finish. It's looking real good.
It's looking pretty good.
I'm very nervous. It's my first week alone, so obviously everything is riding on my shoulders now.
The first room up for judging is Jacqueline's, the team champion of detail. Her kitchen is all about clean-looking lines and warm wood, and it's clear that she's taken her mentor Shaunae's advice in regards to ensuring that nothing is cluttered. Also, her shiny new state-of-the-art appliances really are the best accessories a kitchen can get.
Oh, looks good.
Yeah, really cool.
Well, judges, what are your thoughts?
Me being a chef, the first thing I saw were the fresh herbs over there. And I love the fact that they're next to windows because they're not just herbs to look pretty, they're actually going to survive and grow, hopefully. And then another thing were the lights. Initially when I walked in, I thought they were way too high, but actually looking a little bit more in detail, it's perfect. There's just enough light. I was really impressed. I loved all the different textures, from the cement lights to the wooden features. Really, really beautiful.
I am so impressed with how she's brought the paint colour through from the dining room and the living area, because it fits seamlessly with those areas. And I also love the gloss finish on the kitchen cupboards. My favourite aspect really was how she's used colour and texture in that room. I loved the juxtaposition of the matte and the raw and the gloss. I thought it was great.
Favourite aspect, and I think the most original, was the use of that bulkhead. Loved the way it connected the space together. It was that beautiful organic timber which already added a texture and an interest to the kitchen, so I enjoyed that. The wood cladding that we've got here on the counter, the concrete on the lamps, it all just hangs together really, really well.
Actually, the kitchen really makes the space now, don't you think?
Absolutely, yeah. It really just puts like kind of a flourish on the overall design.
Judges, I've got a question. Is there anything you don't like about this kitchen?
From a practical perspective, I think having an open plan kitchen is wonderful, and this kind of central cooking island makes a lot of sense. But an extractor fan would have been a great idea, particularly with this bulkhead here. It could have served as a way to get the fumes and everything from your cooking out the house.
We'll grab a snack. We have some Kita's kitchen to look at next.
Looking forward.
It looks like Jacqueline's kitchen really did whet the judges' appetite, and now they are hungry for more. Let's hope Zimkita's kitchen, her first effort on her own, manages to go down a treat. Her kitchen's also free of clutter, and a lot of that's due to the fact that she's been clever with her use of space. Again, her sleek appliances go a long way towards giving her kitchen a modern, elegant look. Will this be an open or shut case, judges?
I really enjoy the practicality of this kitchen. So it's really not just about the kitchen and what you see immediately. It's about every little aspect. The wire racks we've got on this side, the easy, you've got all your knives and your forks, your little whisks, whisks. And then it's the space which is ideal for a kitchen. It's so 1 meter. So you can imagine if you were cooking here, you would be able to, it's very quick and easy to throw away whatever you work with. So the principle of clean as you go, I feel it works on that side.
No, you're quite right. I mean, it does feel practical as a kitchen. Loved the functional use of that cupboard. Thought it was great to add that practical element, add additional eye-level cupboard space to the kitchen. So adding this was a clever idea.
Anne, however, isn't all that impressed.
I just am so disappointed because it seems to have no character. And you know, the living room had that Havana feel. It had a lot of atmosphere, and I feel this kitchen just has no atmosphere. And the tiles really stood out for me. I remember them from the bathroom, and I just really didn't think they suited the kitchen at all.
And I just feel that in this specific kitchen, there was a few things that just weren't finished off properly.
Most of all, it's not a kitchen I feel comfortable or happy to spend a lot of time in.
I agree, Anne. I mean, there's areas of this kitchen that really let it down. Those light fittings really didn't work in the space. I didn't enjoy that at all. For me, they closed the kitchen off from the rest of the space, and I don't know, they seem impractical as well. I mean, you can just imagine...
And they kind of look cheap if you look at the...
Gallivant cheap. Not a very sellable kitchen, Zimkitas. I think that's an aspect that you have to remember when you're putting a kitchen together, is how marketable is the space.
Serving up some hard criticism, judges, but we do have our last team on the menu, Team BluPrint, and they will also be presenting their individual challenges. Follow me.
Yet again, Team BluPrint managed to pull things together in just the nick of time. But will their aesthetic be to the judges' taste?
I much prefer the natural slate tiles that they've used here, and I think they've really thought about it, because if you notice, they've actually got that purpley grey colour in them, the same as the wall colour. So that's so clever, and it really connects this whole open space. So they've done really well with the tiles.
Yeah. True. With these knives, I think it's pretty bizarre for them to be over there and not next to the stove. It seems as though somebody who's designed this space doesn't really cook themselves.
Favorite aspect, the whole kitchen island. I love the way they cladded it with that lovely wood. It tied it into the rest of the space, and that light, really practical as well. I mean, it's quite cool that you can, you know, drop the light fitting like that.
And it's a whole like little factory work kind of system going on there.
That's a feature.
Very, very creative.
And then there's one really irritating thing for me is this appliance here. It feels like it should have been built in more effectively than this.
I know Simon had a problem with where the solar dome is placed, but I think that there's more than enough surface space, and I like it to be at that level. I like to have things at this level rather than that level. It's practical for me, but I can understand exactly what you're saying.
Well, I mean, you're right. A kitchen's meant to be a practical space. It's probably the most important room in any house, certainly on Private Properties website. The first question buyers want to answer when they're looking for a new home is, what does the kitchen look like? And I think it's because it's meant to be this functional space, this connecting space in a home.
Well, judges, this is only the first half of Team BluPrint. They have to present their individual challenge because we need to lose one of them today.
Now let's take a look at those rooms again, but from a budget perspective. Details Jackie won last week's individual challenge, so she had an extra 5,000 added to her 25,000 Rand budget. Her biggest expenses were her bar stools and pendant lights for 7,398 Rand, followed by her wood cladding and bulkhead that cost 6,500 Rand. As for bespoke Zimkita, she was dramatically under budget. Her tiles and tiler only cost 3,770 Rand, and her additional kitchen cupboard and lights were just 3,000 Rand and 1,982 Rand respectively. In fact, her total spend was just over 15,000 Rand. BluPrints, however, were slightly over budget by 368 Rand. They spent the most on tiles and their tiler, costing 11,600 Rand, but their pendant light feature was only 3,017 Rand. Also, 3,920 for both their wood cladding and shelf sleeves could be considered a bargain. Now, to judge BluPrint's individual challenge, the winner will be protected from elimination.
Judges, Rochelle is the first contestant up from Team BluPrint. Rochelle, you have 1 minute, starting now.
Okay, sophisticated minimalist. My concept is about function, style, and interaction. My kitchen is the nerve center of activity and family rituals. All I'm thinking about is just I don't want to go home, I don't want to mess this up, and that I hope that they like what I'm doing, but I'm standing there shaking. I design a kiddies corner where they can sit and interact with mommy while mommy can do homework and even write on the cupboards.
The great thing about Rochelle is that she thought about who's going to use the space. This sense that the kitchen is the connector in the home, it's the heart of the home, and family can interact around that space.
The hint of yellow in the design represents the playfulness of the children. The all-white surfaces with clean lines can create a sense of rest for the parents after a long day of blustering through the loudness of modern life. Thank you, judges. This is my mood board and this is the finishes I used.
And your time is up. Thank you, Rochelle.
And I'm done. 58 seconds. I nailed it.
Sfiso, right over there.
Hello, guys.
You will have 1 minute starting now.
How's it, guys? My concept is called Nature Tech. Basically, the concept uses natural elements with technological elements to fuse up to create a very modern kitchen. So the whole palette of the kitchen uses nature, which is ground. So you've got your timber running through, and then up at the sky is sky. You've got your white laminate coming through. Basically, what I've also did in space is use a very neutral color palette so that it's very calm. And I've got your orange, because orange is a very appetizing color. So when you're in the kitchen, you want to eat, you feel very energized.
Sfiso is a great charismatic presenter. I thought that he certainly added a lot of energy and excitement to his presentation. I liked what he'd done with the natural materials. I'm not convinced that he uses a kitchen all that much. There was a lot of theory, but I don't know how much of it was real to him.
The island is long enough for you to add more people within the space.
I love how he applied the family-ness to his kitchen by elongating his kitchen table, and I love the fact that he used key art, which is one of my favorite words. I think he listened to me at my school.
Nice view, you're north, so you get very good light coming within the space.
And your time is up.
Thank you. Kanya says a minute, and I'm looking at my boards, my slides are still going through, and I haven't even started explaining my perspectives. I was so nervous, so hyped up about the moment because this was like my do or die in the competition.
Wanga, your time starts now.
So after receiving our brief, I did a brief analysis and I broke it down where I just looked at what was needed. I used mild steel for my design because it's clean. In terms of it's used within kitchens, which okay, I'll move on.
Wanga had difficulty communicating the key concepts in his presentation, and I think that's an important trait for a designer to have, is to be able to create the vision for their clients.
So basically this table slots into the other one here. I'll just move forward. It slots nicely in there. I've been doing presentations for years. I don't know what happened to me. For some reason, I stumbled everywhere. That was not me. Sorry, I cannot explain it much further, but yeah, we'll not be able.
Your
time is up.
I'm so sorry Wanga couldn't finish because I was intrigued by his design, but I don't really know what the kitchen's going to look like because he wasn't able to finish.
But anyway, thank you so much.
Okay.
Thank you, Wanga.
Thank you, Wanga.
I'm walking out, I'm thinking, I'm packing my things, I'm going home. Because I know Rochelle has been planning this the whole week. And from the on-go, she's been gunning for my head. So in my mind, I'm packing my things, I'm going back to Cape Town.
Judges, it's your time to deliberate which room will win and which individual challenge will also win.
When we return, things really get hot in the kitchen as we reveal the winner of the individual challenge as well as the winning kitchen. And someone's design dreams will be shattered.
Make the things that really matter happen for you. Use the Nedbank Instant Bond Indicator to find out the home loan amount you could qualify for in 3 minutes flat. Go to nedbank.co.za/home loans. Make things happen. Nedbank.
Hi, contestants. Firstly, congratulations on some incredible kitchens. I was quite hungry just by looking at them. But when winner home, there can only be one winner, and we need one winning room. Now remember, Jackie Zimkita, at this stage in the game, you cannot be eliminated, as you are 2 of the 3 finalists. But each design decision is counted towards that 100,000 Rand prize. So make those decisions wisely. Team BluPrint, No matter the verdict today, one of you will be going home. Let's start with Team Bespoke. Zimkita, the judges were really impressed with the practicality of your kitchen, and they thought that it had great functional elements. But the tiles were poorly executed, and the judges felt the room lacked a little bit of character. Jackie, the judges were blown away by the focal points in your kitchen. They loved the bulkhead and your island, but they felt that you missed quite a few opportunities to utilize your space more effectively. Team BluPrint, the judges loved your choice in tiles, and they also loved your light feature. However, your appliance and accessory placement was not well thought out. The worst performing room this week is I'm sorry, Zimkita, that's 2 in a row. You need to up your game.
Oh, I'm extremely disappointed. I was really shattered by it, and I'm trying for it not to kill my spirit and just get up again tomorrow and dream bigger, try harder, work harder, and just focus again.
The winning room this week is, congratulations, Jackie.
I'm like, yes. All the hard work is paying off.
Team BluPrint, you had to pitch a kitchen to stay in the competition. You had 1 minute to wow our judges with your mood board, concepts, and ideas. The winner of the individual challenge will have the power of the elimination. They will choose who goes home and who goes to the next round. The judges have decided, and the winner of the individual challenge is Swiso, congratulations.
Best moment in the show for me. It's about time, and I had to do art, and it paid off.
Team BluPrint, please head to the voting room.
I just want to say thank you to both you guys for being in the journey with me. It's been such an amazing journey with you two. We've had ups, we've had downs. Whatever happens, I know we're not burning bridges now, but the future looks bright for the three of us. The hot seat. It's the toughest seat in the game. That's when winning becomes low, because it's bittersweet now. You're at a point where you might just crush somebody's dreams.
The position you're in is not easy because you have to basically decide our fate. You know what you need to do to win. You are in a position that you can actually win the show. All I'm gonna say is I'm sure you've already made up your mind, and yeah.
Thanks, man.
Whatever choice you make today, boss, I fully support it, whichever way, however it goes.
My heart's pounding in my chest. It's terrible, and I feel like I'm gonna go home because they are friends.
It breaks my heart to have crushed your dream now in the game, but I have to prove to Mzansi that I can go amongst the best and stand as #1 in the show.
Welcome back to the studio, BluPrint. The vote is complete and the decision has been made. The contestant going home today is Rochelle. You have been eliminated. You're going home.
This was a great opportunity. I learned quite a lot. So it's not a nice feeling. However, I know I'm not voted out because I'm bad in what I do, or I couldn't win. And I know it's about something more personal than that.
It really saddens me that she has to go the way that she has to go. But at the end of the day, design always comes through.
For me personally, nothing's gonna change. We just gotta carry on showing Mzansi that BluPrint is here and just put that #bold even bolder from now onwards.
And then there were 4. You know what they say, if you can't stand the heat, stay out of the kitchen. Luckily, it's a lot easier for you to be a winner just by entering our weekly SMS competition or voting for your favorite room online at winnerhome.tv. You could stand a chance to win a 2-bedroom home here in Durban. So tune in to Winner Home Friday at 7:30 to stand a chance to win. Till then, good night.
To stand a chance of winning, simply vote online for your favorite kitchen at winnerhome.tv and you'll be entered into our grand prize draw where you could win one of 3 amazing prizes. The third prize is 50,000 rands worth of LG products. The second prize is the all-new Mercedes-Benz GLC 300 and the first prize is a 2-bedroom home at Ilala Views in Durban, set within the prestigious Umhlanga Ridge area. The other way to enter into the grand prize draw is to enter our weekly bonus competitions via SMS. Our bonus prize this week is kitchenware to the retail value of 5,000 rand. To enter, SMS the keyword kitchen to 33728. SMSs cost R1.50. Entries for our SMS competition close at midnight on Monday the 19th of October and T's and C's can be found on winnerhome.tv. Last week's winner of our SMS competition is Mzama Muloy from Randburg, who wins Plascon paint to the value of 10,000 rand. Remember, voting online as well as each SMS to enter our bonus competitions puts you in line to be one of the 3 winners of our 3 grand prizes. Winner Home, the Design Edition, repeats on Saturdays at 4:30 p.m. Find it on 3.
Another feel-good production.
Whether it's your first apartment in the city, a trendy suburban townhouse, or that dream family home on a golf estate, there's a home for everyone on private property.